All right. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live stream. We got the Seattle Kraken here today against the Minnesota Wild. First off, though, we are watching the end of the Avalanche versus Maple Leafs game. I do want to apologize for me ending that stream early due to technical difficulties. What's fortunate, though, is that I figured out the problem to those technical difficulties, and now we should be okay moving forward now, hopefully. So, just want to say that right now. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think we're going to have any connection issues. So, that is good. But let's get ready to hop right into this Kraken versus Wild game. I completely forgot to put up my cards. So, that's not the greatest look from me. So, I probably am going to have to wait for this Toronto Avalanche game to be over first. But yeah, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Obviously, if I could control it, it wouldn't be that way. But it's happened a couple of times during the streams, and it is what it is. All right, yeah. Final score 2-1 Maple Leafs. We should be ready to start the game between the Kraken and the Wild soon. Starting goaltender preview. Filip Gustavsson is in for the Wild, and I believe Philip Grubauer is in for the Kraken. So should be a very entertaining game from that perspective. It always is when it's Philip Grubauer in net. That's for damn sure. I'm sure you guys can agree with that. But yeah, we're getting ready to roll right into it here very, very soon. And I hope you guys are also excited as well. All right, yeah, they're doing commercials right now. But yeah, again, as I said, starting goaltenders for this one. You got Gustafsson in for the Minnesota Wild, and Grubauer is in for the Seattle Kraken. So it'll be a pretty good one here tonight. Or at least I hope it will be. By the way, we will be doing another live stream tomorrow. I think the Instagram said to do Kraken versus or not Kraken, Islanders versus Canadians. So I'm looking forward to that one. Just a commercial break, guys. I apologize. For another minute 45 is what the ad says. Again, thank you all for tuning in. All right. Should be ready to start here soon, folks. It's still in break. Got another 50 seconds left of ads, and then we'll probably be ready to start. Or they'll do like a preview. Who knows at this point, to be honest. All right. Yeah, still waiting for the game to actually start itself, so still got a little bit of time here. All right, they're doing the little post-game thing. It might be a little bit before we start here, guys. I do apologize. I still can't believe that happened. That might be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That ref falling on the puck conveniently right as the Leafs are coming. And then Lorentz scores. Oh my god, that's going to become a meme for years. I'm looking forward to the SDP now. Oh man. It's actually unreal. That makes me even more frustrated that I couldn't stream it. I would have loved to have commentated that. And the ref assists Steven Lorentz in the goal. Yeah. Yeah, they're still doing their post-game thing. We should be getting ready to start here, I would think, any second, to be honest. Why wouldn't they just make, like, it's almost 9:50. Why wouldn't you just make the start time 10 p.m.? Like, if you're gonna, like, I get it, but like, we know if TNT has the broadcasting, the game's gonna be delayed by at least like 20 or 30 minutes. Doesn't take an idiot to know that. Actually, you know what I didn't do? You know what I forgot to do? I was in such a rush to get started here. Forgot to edit this out. Forgot to monetize the stream. I'm surprised Biz isn't on the TNT thing for his Leafs. It's so much more calm That's the funny part. Without Biz on there, it's just so much more, like, calm and collected. I find that kind of funny. Okay. All right, now they're interviewing Fleury. Is he starting? Did it lie to me again? Fucking Daily Faceoff, dude. Daily Faceoff is such a fraud. Their freaking lines are always wrong. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, just waiting to kick off here, folks. Apologies for the wait. We've been live for about 15 minutes already. I could have taken my time here. I hope that was pre-recorded. I really hope that was pre-recorded. All right. After this commercial. After another like 5 minutes, probably. Oh, never mind. No, we're getting right back. We're getting right into it. All right. So that being said, with that really delayed start time, let's jump right in. Kraken versus Wild here in tonight's matchup. Kraken standing at a 30, 34, and 5 record for 65 points, while the Wild stand at 38, 25, and 5 for 81 points. It's been a rough year for the Kraken A better year for the Minnesota Wild. Here's Philip Grubauer here, starting goaltender preview. 7-15-1 this season. Has not been that great. Philip Gustafsson on the other end has been very great this season. And the puck is dropped and we're underway here in Minnesota. Face-off won by the Wild and dumped into the zone. Racing forward immediately is Hinostroza, but they blow the play dead for an icing. So a puck will come back and into the Minnesota zone. Showing off Dan Bylsma, head coach of the Kraken. Had his 350th career win last night versus Chicago. Again, Seattle is on the second half of a back-to-back. Face-off won by Seattle up to the point. Montour shoots it, blocked in front. Wild pick it up. Here they come the other way. Ryan Hartman moving it into the zone. Feeds a pass back. A shot, and that one is blocked in front as the Kraken pick it up again. Here they come the other way. It's chipped away from Mikey Eyssimont, who was acquired earlier in a trade this past deadline from the Lightning. Into the zone, it's dumped down low by Nyman. Yenny Nyman playing in his third career game. Larson a shot. That one deflects wide on the right side. Kaapo Kakko trying to pick it up. Here's Schwartz now behind the net. Down low, Seattle trying to handle the puck. Middleton will intercept it and get it out of the Minnesota zone. Battling for it at center ice. It slides up. Middleton back up and over them for Brodin. And Faber, not Brodin. I don't know why I said Brodin. Faber takes it into the zone. It's stolen again by Seattle. And they'll race it through down the other way into the zone. Adam Larson over. Kakko a shot, and that one is denied. Another shot, and that one goes out of play. Showing off Kaapo Kakko, he was traded to the Seattle Kraken from the Rangers earlier this season. There haven't been a ton of positives with Seattle, but I would say that Kaapo Kakko has definitely been one of them, I would say for sure. He's been somebody that I've really noticed with this Seattle team. So he's been a good acquisition there. Shot from the point goes wide. Hayden Fleury throws it now down low. Behind the net, thrown in front by Stevenson. Kraken have it. Another shot, and that one is saved by Gustafsson. Seattle getting some early pressure here. Fleury up at the point. Kraken have it. They're gaining control. Back over to Riker Evans. Evans will circle it back around, get it back up and up to the point. A shot there, and that one is gloved by Gustafsson. I think that's Cale Fleury on the back end. I apologize, not Hayden Fleury. Hayden Fleury is in Winnipeg, so that's my fault. Showing off John Hines, second season as the Wild coach this year. Came in midway through last year. They went on a pretty good run, but it wasn't enough to get into the playoffs. And this year, though, I think it's safe to say they likely will get in. Knock on wood. Face off in the Wild zone, won by Seattle. On the right side, a shot and a save again by Gustafsson. Early Kraken pressure here so far. They're showing off the notable injuries from the Wild. Kirill Kaprizov has only played 3 games since Christmas. Joel Eriksson Ek has been out since February 22nd. Brodin's been out since the 1st of March. And Foligno has been out since the start of this week. So they have had some pretty notable injuries on this Minnesota roster. It makes sense as to why they might be struggling. It totally does. But every team in the league has injuries. You got to play through them, and I think they've done a good job. They've done a decent job at that. Just it's a struggle with this team not having Kaprizov on the roster. On the right side, thrown down low behind the net by Evans. They'll battle for it behind. Hartman will pick up the puck. Poke checks it up and back up to Chisholm, who will feed it back over to Spurgeon. And the Wild will try and break it down the other way. Intercepted by Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky moving it through the zone. Will clear it down low. They'll battle for it in the corner. Behind the net, Wild pick it up. Trennan feeds a pass up and over. Through the zone now. Taken in by the Wild as they'll dump it down low. Up to front. Hinostroza, a shot, and that one goes wide. Chisholm will keep that one into the zone. And the puck will be kept in. Ryan Hartman throws it in front end. A poke check there from Trennan can't go through. Bogosian comes in, fires it, they score! Ryan Hartman Nice feed from Bogosian. And Minnesota has a 1-0 lead. A nice connection there from those two. And Ryan Hartman, who was suspended 10 games earlier this season, puts Minnesota ahead. Yeah, nice play there. Thrown in front, and that was very easy. Bogosian, nice keep into the zone. Feeds a pass over to Hartman, who that puck doesn't even come off the air or come off the ice. Good movement there from Ryan Hartman, moving his body around, and gets over there at the right time and gets that goal. Shots are 4 apiece here with a little bit under 3 minutes through the first period. Ryan Hartman gets the Wild on the board early. It's dumped into the zone. Kraken have it. Montour fires it around. A shot from Gonce, and that one is denied in front. And picked up again by Seattle. Montour through the zone. Backhands it down behind the net. Gustafson, as the Wild will try and get control. It's stolen by Seattle. Hayden down low. John Hayden looking for options here. Fires it, and that one is stopped by Gustafson as well. Here come the Wild the other way. Gaunce, and it's passed over to Merrill, who will dump it in. John Merrill, third pairing guy on this team. Into the zone. Wild have it. Zuccarello gives it up to the point. A shot, and that one's blocked in front. Rebound and a save from Grubauer on Marco Rossi. Picked up by Faber up at the point. Boldy back to Faber again. A shot, and that one goes wide there as well. Battling for it down low is Schwartz. Seattle trying to get control. Stolen out in front. Another shot. They score! Matt Boldy! It's 2-0 Wild. On a good connection there. The puck slides out to the center. And if that's Philip Grubauer you're shooting on, you're scoring 9 times out of 10. Matt Boldy, 2-0 Wild. Yeah, not a great look here by Seattle so far. Definitely not. Not a great sequence of events. The arena looks electric, though. I'll say that. Nice goal there from Boldy, who was left basically alone in front. And he easily puts that one past Philip Grubauer. And it's already 2-0 here, not even 5 minutes in. 2 goals in 1:12. It's deflected down low and into the Seattle zone. Battling for it. Cale Fleury trying to clear it. And it'll slide out, but the Wild will get control again. It's thrown back up and over then for Hartman, but it's stolen back by the Kraken, who will try and move it the other way. Wild intercept. Faber dishes it up and over through the zone. Gaudreau. A pass over. Another shot. They score again. Liam Ogren. It's 3-0 Wild. And it's a Philip Grubauer masterclass here, folks. 3 goals from Minnesota on 7 shots in not even 5 minutes of play. So it's one of those games, isn't it? It's one of those games. Liam Ogren. And it's 3-0 Minnesota. Kraken fans might tune out here pretty fast. Yeah, not great defensive movement there either, though, by the Kraken, I got to be honest. But yeah, 3-0 Wild here in just a little bit amount of time. Yeah, I don't really know what you want him to do. That's a Ron Francis masterclass right there. Not even a Grubauer masterclass, a Ron Francis masterclass. That's what happens. Seattle's taking a timeout. That's Ogren's second goal of the season, recalled from the AHL yesterday. Ogren hasn't been in the NHL that long. They're going to leave Grubauer in because, if I'm correct, Joey Dacker did play last night. So yeah, that is Ogren's third career goal in the NHL. Played 4 games last season, has played 23 this year. Has a goal here tonight. Puck deflects into the Seattle zone, down low. Kraken trying to clear it out. Alexiak will get it out of the zone. It's been all Wild here so far, essentially. The Kraken had some shots on net, but then the Wild just kept on pressuring, and all of a sudden it's a 3-0 hole. Montour stolen back by Minnesota. Hartman will dump it into the zone. It'll end up going out of play with 15:03 to go. Shots are 7-5. And it's a 3-0 hockey game here so far already. Yeah, Balsma keeps looking at the TV. They keep showing off Joey Dackert. I think we're gonna be thinking about this a lot, especially if another goal gets past Grubauer here in the next few minutes. Face off at center ice. Won by Minnesota. They'll play it back. Faber gives it up to Boldy. Boldy will slide it up then as Rossi tries to get to it, but taken back then by Matty Beniers. Beniers down the right side, intercepted. Wild get it back. Boldy into the zone. A pass over. Zuccarello back to Faber again. On the right side. Throws it in front end. That puck doesn't get through. Middleton will fire it behind the net. It's thrown back up to the point. Faber down low. In front of Boldy again. Boldy to the point. Faber shoots it, and that one goes wide as well. Seattle will get it and chip it out of the zone. 3-on-2 now for the Kraken. Into the zone. Kakko fires it on net. Blocked in front. Montour through the legs. And he can't get that one through. Minnesota's got it. It's Faber now moving it down the other way. Brock Faber now to Rossi. Rossi over then for Boldy, who feeds it up to the point. Zuccarello throws it back over to the bench side, where Boldy will take control of that puck. Shoots it on net. It's blocked. And it's picked up by Seattle. Montour now, as both teams get a line change. A lot of open ice. He'll dump it into the in Minnesota zone. Turned over by Seattle. A shot and a save there in front from Stevenson. And it's taken back by Minnesota. Bogosian dumps it into the zone. 13:30 left in the first. This game might already be over. Wild have it, a shot, and that one is blocked in front. Gaudreau loses an edge. Thrown back in front again, saved by Grubauer. And he'll cover that one. If that one went in, I think that would have been it. But that would have been another good chance for Ogren. He's had a good game so far already. And Minnesota has a 3-0 lead here now. Literally not even 10 minutes into the first period. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, if you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the great community that we are building here. All right, we're back in 10 seconds, folks. Less than that, actually. 3 early goals for Three goals and 6 points since his return from suspension. Wow. I thought his numbers would be a little bit worse than that. Face-off won by Seattle. They'll try and break it out now the other way. Into the zone. Burakovsky trying to get to it here. In front. Shot saved by Gustafsson. He makes the easy save there with the pad. Taken back by the Wild. Trying to break it out the other way. It's fought off there and held off by Seattle from Justin Brazeau. And dumped back the other way and into the Minnesota end. Seattle's got it. They'll throw it down low. Burakovsky behind the net. Gonce trying to get to it. Stolen again by Seattle. They get it behind their own net. And back up to the point. Burakovsky over. A shot saved by Gustafsson. Puck's in the crease. It slides out. Seattle keeps it in. Vince Dunn fires it. Blocked in front. Rebound. And that one's also denied there, too. Now the Kraken are getting some opportunities. Shot there from Seattle is blocked in front. They'll battle for it in the corner. It's picked up by Minnesota and dumped out of the zone by Devin Shore. It'll slide through. Seattle still has control. Adam Larson into the zone. We'll try and drop it back for Dunn. And it'll slide out again at the Minnesota end. Back into the Seattle zone. Battling for it in the corner. Brock Faber trying to pick up that puck. Down low, Middleton with it, trying to clear it out there as well. 11:50 remaining here in this first period. Score is 3-0 Wild here very early on. Seattle with the puck. Wraparound play! And a save there by Gustafsson from a chance from Izemot. Down low now, Hayden throws it up to the point. Minnesota intercepts that pass. And picked up by the Wild. Here they come the other way. 2-on-1 for Minnesota. Either in, they don't score. Thought they scored for a second. Down the other way. Hayden gets it in. Sorry, my thing kind of glitched there a little bit. I thought it went in for a second because the fan stood up, but I think it went off the crossbar. John Merrill dumps it into the zone. Down behind the net now. Seattle will control it. Coming down the other way. It's deflected. And Kakko will pick it up and take it back and into his zone. Shots are 11-8 in favor of Seattle. So they have more shots. But they can't get anything past Philip Gustafsson. That's the biggest difference. Gustafsson thrown back down low. Gaudreau battling for it. Kakko in front. It's deflected by Gaudreau. And down low. Kakko trying to get to it again. Trying to throw it up to the point. Stolen by Minnesota. Zuccarello fires it around to the other side. Battling for it then there as well as Alexiak. And Minnesota intercepts that pass to Kakko, and they'll come back on their own end. Halfway through this first period, this game might already be over. Boldy into the zone. Throws it all the way around. Dunn trying to pick it up. It's stolen there by Minnesota. Boldy back up. Wild considering options. A shot from Chisholm, and that one goes out of play. 10:02 left. Again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And it looks like we got a... Choking on my own water. It looks like we got a penalty. Yeah, Hartman went off the post. I thought they scored for a second, but Seattle gets a penalty. Minnesota will get a power play. I didn't hear what for exactly. Interference on Brandon Montour. So, yeah, Minnesota will get a power play here with a little bit over halfway to go in the first period. Yeah, it was a interference call from the back from Montour on Zuccarello. That's going to be called a lot. Face off here now in the Kraken end. It's won by Minnesota. And it slides out over to Jared McCann, who will just backhand it out of the zone. Down low now, Faber trying to control the puck. Is there a chance Eli Tolvanen? There's a possibility. There's still a lot of game left. Down the other way, Nyquist trying to make a pass there. It's broken up. Faber now with it. Moves it through the zone. Passes it back. Nyquist still trying to get it in. Feeds a pass down to Hartman. Hartman battling for it. Wild's power play ranked 20th in the league. And Seattle steals that puck in front and clears it all the way down the other way. It's played up by Gustafsson, however, and back over to Boldy. Boldy battling for it. It'll slide up and all the way out of the zone. It's a race for it now, and Minnesota beats that race. Faber, about halfway through the power play. Back up to Zuccarello. Through the zone. Wild got it in. Into the zone. A shot, and that one is denied. Battling on the right side. Zuccarello slides it up to the point. Spurgeon. Back over. Down low for Hartman again. Hartman to the point. Back down low to Hartman. To the right side to Hinostroza. And he can't finish that, and Tolvanen will clear it out of the zone. 30 seconds left on the Wild power play. Spurgeon will regroup in his own end. Picked up again now by Ogren, who moves it into the zone. Down low, Brazeau trying to control it. It'll slide and pop all the way out, and Seattle gets it the other way. Here they come. Jared McCann backhands it into the zone. It's immediately gloved by Philip Gustafsson. And 11 seconds left on the Wild power play. So a good shorthanded opportunity there for Seattle, but it obviously does not go through. Again, thank you everyone who's tuned in. Goals came from Hartman, Ogren, and Boldy. Jared Spurgeon, 921 career games, second most in Wild history. Cool stat of the day right there. Face off in the Wild zone, won by Minnesota. 5 seconds left on their power play, and Seattle will get the kill. Good kill there by the Kraken. Maybe that'll get a momentum shift for him. Down and into the zone. Brazeau throws it in front. Grubauer poke checks that one away. And down low again. Behind the net. Brazeau to the point. Middleton a shot, and that one goes wide there as well. Faber trying to keep it into the zone. He'll do that successfully. Stolen back down low. It slides up to center ice. Montour will get it and just clear it down the other way. Wild had no shots in that power play, by the way. It was basically all Seattle. Or the opportunities they did have, they just couldn't get them past the defenders. Into the zone. Kakko with the puck. On the right side. Circles back around. Gets it up to the point. Cale Fleury throws it in front, and that one is blocked by a Wild player. And picked up by Hinostroza. Minnesota still with it. Deflected all the way down the other way and into the Seattle zone. Evans with the puck. Will clear it down the other way, and Minnesota will regroup. Hartman dumps it back in. Stevenson will clear it. And Minnesota will dump it again. And down low now, battling for it. Picked up by Seattle now down low. Fleury clears it all the way down the other way. Wild will hold it. Picked up there by Chisholm. Intercepted in front. Seattle tried getting to it there, but couldn't get an opportunity there on that. It's kind of back and forth action. Not a whole lot of shots here now. I think teams are going to tighten up. Down the other way. Gonce takes it into the zone. Battling for it down low. Fleury throws it behind the net. It's picked up in front by Eberle, but stolen back by Minnesota. Into the zone. A shot and a save by Grubauer. Puck's in the crease. It slides up, and Seattle will clear it the other way. A good opportunity there for Devon Shore. I do apologize, guys. I'm still getting used to the Wild numbers. I haven't commentated the Wild in a while, so it's been a little bit. I don't think we've commentated them since November, so it's been a hot minute. Puck down low. It's been a while since I commentated Seattle, too, to be honest. Burakovsky back up and over and into the zone. Tolvanen drops a pass back. Battling for it down low. Burakovsky tried getting to it. Hayden as well battling for it as well. And misfire there. Picked up by the Wild. Zuccarello fumbles the pass. Gaudreau will take it back. And Faber will clear it into the Seattle zone. 5 minutes left here in the first period. Score is still a 3-0 in favor of the Minnesota Wild. Again, a lot of those goals came in the first couple of minutes there. Hasn't been a lot of action since. Battle for it down low. I think if Seattle can get one, you might be able to change momentum. Again, 3-goal comeback is not impossible. Down low, Minnesota getting it the other way. Ogren feeds it up then. Dumped into the zone by Gustav Nyquist. Down low, Wild trying to get to it. Stolen by Seattle. And they'll break it down the other way. Wright feeds a pass up to Izemont into the zone. Slides it back. Wright back with it in front. And nobody's there to tuck that one in. Montour feeds it. And that one goes into the corner as well. Down the other way. Nyquist back up over for Hartman. Hartman will just circle back down the other way. And delayed penalty here for Seattle. Gustafsson going to the net. Puck comes loose. Wild still have it. I thought they were going to blow it dead there for a second. Boldy gets it, and Seattle steals that puck, and we're going to get into the power play here for the Minnesota Wild. It has been a damn near disaster of a period here for Seattle. Capo Caco to the box. And 4:04 left. It's 3-0. Yeah, I'm just gonna come out here and say it. It's not good enough from Seattle. You want better, and you're not getting better. So just overall not a great sequence of events here for the Kraken. That's for damn sure. All right. All right. Needed Tolvanen to get a goal. You bet $20. We always have people come in here and bet. I haven't had a lot of that recently, but yeah, I don't think it's impossible. You could make some good money on that bet. It's not impossible. Just have to see. All right, Minnesota power play coming up here, folks. Again, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We have a pretty high-scoring game here tonight, that's for sure. All right. Face off in the Seattle zone, won by the Kraken. They'll take it behind their own net, and they'll clear it all the way down the other way. The Wild have really struggled to score in the first period before this game. Showing off the TNT stat, 0 goals in the first period in the last 6 games. That's rough. Minnesota trying to get it into their own end. It's broken up by the Kraken. They'll take it back and into their own zone, where they'll regroup with it around and around. And dumped back into the Minnesota end. Behind the net, Brock Faber picking it up. Drops it back. Minnesota now moving it through the zone. And ends up going out of the zone anyways. Wow. The Wild's power play. They looked great in the first couple of minutes. Now their power play can't get anything going. Here's Nyquist moving it into the zone. A pass down low for Boldy. Nyquist throws it up to the point. Boldy with it back down low. Slides it back up. Matt Boldy again will regroup. Thrown into the center. Stolen by Seattle and dumped down the other way. I don't know, guys. Spurgeon throws it back up and over for Chisholm. He loses control. About 40 seconds remaining here on the power play for Minnesota. Not great. Not great, folks, I must say. Gaudreau chips it down the other way. Minnesota picks it up again, clears it down low. Chisholm now battling for it. Puck slides back all the way out. And the Wild will pick it up again. Spurgeon taking the puck now the other way. Here's Trennan into the zone. Throws it back. Chisholm up at the point, and he'll throw that one again behind the net. About 2 minutes left here in the first period. That will do it for the Minnesota power play. 2 good kills by the Kraken. Let's hope you can boost momentum there. And the Kraken will take it back into their own zone and regroup. Dunn gives it back over. Kakko. Over then for Dunn, who moves it into the zone. Vince Dunn to Schwartz. Schwartz on the right side, circles around, tries getting it up to the point, and ends up going back down low. And Minnesota will pick it up again. Shore trying to break it out of the zone, and we get a whistle. A minute 30 left here in the first period. They'll go to commercial, as I forgot to take my pill, so I need to go get some water. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I got like a killer knee. I hurt my knee playing hockey, and it gave me like a killer knee infection. So they got me on like some antibiotics and stuff. That's why Monday I wasn't able to stream. Was because of that reason. So I gotta swallow this real quick. It's hard for me to swallow pills sometimes. I don't know why. All right. Hartman's had a hell of a period here so far. If there's any takeaways to take from this period, Ryan Hartman has been awesome. All right, face-off coming here in the Minnesota zone. Won by Seattle. Puck slides down low. Faber fires it behind the net. Boldy will take it down low. A minute 20 here left in the first period. Seattle gets it at neutral zone. Into the zone now. Shane Wright drops it back. Montour fires it just wide. Down low now. Burakovsky trying to play the puck. It'll end up sliding out as the Wild get a good poke check at it. Last minute of play here in the first period. Wright drops it back. Seattle with it, trying to push it the other way. It's tipped and goes down and into the corner. And picked up by Ryan Hartman. Hartman feeds a pass up and over then for Ogren into the zone. Stolen again by the Kraken. 40 seconds left. Burakovsky skates it back. Trennan trying to get to that puck. But Seattle will steal it immediately and take it back down into their own end. I mean, if you're Seattle, they had 2 good PKs. Just those 3 goals at the beginning really set them back. And I think that's what's been a lot of their issue this season. Just allowing the first goal has been a big problem for them this year. A shot, and that one is gone wide of the net. Shots are 13-10, by the way. 10 seconds left as it slides back and into the Seattle zone. Grubauer will go out to play the puck. He'll throw a pass back over. 5 seconds left. And that'll pretty much do it for the first period there. 3 goals from the Wild in a very short amount of time. It's a 3-0 Minnesota lead at the end of 1. And that being said, first intermission, go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. And we'll be back here for the second period momentarily. I do want to talk a little bit about this first period, though, if you guys would like to stick around and hear that. I mean, for Minnesota, I mean, they've really struggled to score in first periods this season, so it's good to see them get some good opportunities there. Just my biggest thing is holding a lead. I mean, it's good and all that you have a 3-0 lead in the first period, but you cannot let your foot off the gas. That is the worst possible thing that the Wild could do. As for Seattle, just trying to kind of get momentum back. Again, like I know I said earlier that one of the biggest issues that Seattle has had is that they will just take too many costly defensive woes and end up with the puck in the back of their own net. So again, that's been a problem with Seattle this season. With Grubauer there as well. He hasn't been the greatest this year. Probably been one of the worst signings we've seen in recent date from a goaltender. And I do think that that has been a big problem for the Kraken this year. But I think like if you can get momentum back in your favor, get some shots on net and stuff like that, I think you can be okay. So let's hope for the best here heading into this second period here. Again, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in, especially for the intermission. Some people just tune out. But definitely need a better period there out of the Kraken. That's for sure. If there's anything you want, it's that. 100%. All right. All right. What is happening to my freaking thing? Do a good old refresh. At least it wasn't. At least it started doing it as soon as the. Okay. I think I fixed it. Yeah, guys, still in intermission. All right, folks, we should be back soon for the second period. Apologies, just been looking at stuff here for a couple of minutes. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to go here for the second. Showing off the DraftKings sports odds. I'm going to make second period. I'm pretty sure we're ready to get started here for the second. Little recap. Goals came from Ryan Hartman, Liam Ogren, and Matt Boldy. Let's hope for a better second period than that one, I guess, for Seattle. If you're Minnesota, hope for an even better second period from the one that you guys just had. So can't hate there. Oh, we're actually going to go to another commercial. Sorry. I apologize. That's my mistake. I figured they were going to go right to all right. Yeah, another minute 40 and then we'll get started here. I apologize for that. That was my fault. I thought they were going to go right to it, but I was wrong. All right. Another 50 seconds here, guys. I apologize. That whole period that whole intermission felt like a lifetime. Okay, all right. Now we're ready to go. I'm sorry about that. Showing off Jessica Campbell. Jessica Campbell, first assistant coach in NHL history. First female assistant coach, not first assistant. All right. Here we go. Second period again. A little bit of a recap. Goals came from Hartman, Ogren, and Boldy. as we are underway here for the second period in Minnesota. Won by Seattle. They'll play it back into their own zone. They'll try and clear it down the other way. Down low. Puck will slide back behind the net. Trennan will get it for Minnesota and back for Chisholm. Chandler Stevenson intercepts that pass. Gets it up to the point. Seattle can't keep it in. It'll slide back as Grubauer goes to play the puck. He gives it over then for Alexiak, who goes down. They're calling that a penalty. And Seattle, early on here in the second period, will get a power play. Down 3-0. All right, face-off won by Seattle. They'll regroup with it in the Minnesota zone. Kakko gets it up over to right. Back to Kakko. To the point. Dunn. Back to Kakko again. Kakko on the right circle. Back to Dunn at the point. Dunn to Kakko to right to Kakko. Kakko's in. Shot. And that one goes out of the zone as it's cleared by Minnesota. Grubauer will pick it up in his own end. Seattle with it. Dunn back over to Schwartz. Jaden Schwartz feeds a pass over then for Kakko into the zone. Back over to Jared McCann. Dumped away by Minnesota yet again. And Seattle will have to regroup once again. Good PKs here from both teams so far. Kakko into the zone for Wright. Seattle can't break it in. Shane Wright, 7 power play goals this year. He's had a pretty good season, I would argue. Shorthanded the Wild the other way into the zone. Boldy, and he can't get a shot off. Good opportunity there. But Seattle denies him there defensively, and they'll regroup back. Here's Stevenson. Chandler Stevenson into the zone. Deflects it back down low. Skates it around. Tries throwing it up to the point. Battle for it now down low. Nyman trying to get it up and out of the zone. It's up. And Minnesota clears that one as well. 30 seconds left on the power play. About 18 minutes left in the second period. Montour drops it back for Stevenson, who will move it into the zone. And Minnesota will end up just clearing it yet again. Grubauer will go out to play the puck. Montour will hold it. Brandon Montour down the right side, dumps it into the zone. And that'll do it for the Seattle power play. Good kill by Minnesota. Battling for it down low. Puck slides up. Minnesota will take it the other way. Hinostroza chips it in. And it's tied up there as Seattle will get back to it first. Alexiak tries getting it out of the zone. It's kept in, though, by the Wild. Zuccarello, a shot, and that one goes out and wide. Kept in the zone, however. Merrill back down low to Ogren. To Merrill again at the point. Back to Bogosian. Bogosian to Merrill. A slap shot, and that one goes all the way wide. And down behind the net. Hartman throws it in front. And a good opportunity there from Zuccarello, but he can't finish that one. A big hit there from, I think that was, I believe that was Gaudreau that made that hit. Down the other way into the zone. Hartman fires it, blocked in front by Alexiak. Battling for it down low. It slides up to the point. Spurgeon back over then. Another shot, and that one deflects above the net. Kept in the zone, however, by the Minnesota Wild. Zuccarello over to Spurgeon. Intercepted and kept in, though, by Minnesota. For a second, I thought Seattle had a 1-on-0. Spurgeon back over then to Chisholm. Back up to Zuccarello. Into the zone. A shot deflected in the air. And Seattle tries to clear, but it's kept in by Minnesota again. And Seattle will finally deflect it out of the zone, and they'll get a line change. So some good chances there for Minnesota. I don't even know if they got a shot, however. Battling for it down low. Seattle trying to pick it up. Stevenson now down the other way. Shot into the zone. Faber takes it behind the net. Cleared down the other way for the Wild. It'll go just wide of the Seattle net. And that'll be an icing against Minnesota. I do want to say this. Since the third goal the Wild have scored, they only have 2 goals, or 2 shots. Oh, no. Rossi went back to the locker room. Not good news. Eberle there, a chance in front. That one's blocked. Picked up. Another shot by Nyman. And that one goes all the way wide there as well. Again, you've already had a ton of injuries. Puck goes out of play for the Minnesota Wild already this season. If they lose Rossi, I don't know. Like it is really not looking good. Especially with the worry of Kaprizov being out for a longer period of time. I don't know. It makes you worried. It makes me worried, that's for sure. Just it does, you need your top guys, and you're missing like almost all of them. Like, they have a lot of guys who are playing a lot more minutes than they normally would if their lineup was fully healthy. And it's happening at the worst possible time. Face-off won by Seattle. Up at the point, a shot. That one goes wide. Down low, Jared McCann trying to play it. Puck will chip out as Seattle will keep it in. Fleury fighting forward with Gaudreau, and that one gets deflected out of play. Brandon. Why am I blanking on who Brandon is? Yeah, I think he can get one more. Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's still a lot of game left. There is still a lot of game left. All right, face off now. Won by Minnesota. They'll break it out the other way. 3-on-2. Hartman taking it into the zone. Pass in front for Boldy. It's intercepted. Here comes Seattle. 3-on-2 for them. Dunn over to Kakko. To Beniers. Shoots it. And that one goes wide. Kakko tries throwing it around behind the net. Boldy will keep it in. And the puck deflects out of the Seattle zone. Dumped in down low. Gustafsson trying to battle it around. And Minnesota will clear it out of their own end. Seattle will regroup again. Not a lot of shots so far in this second period. Not a lot of shots since the goals at the beginning of the game. Usually you see that a lot. Teams will tighten up. Hartman into the zone. Loses the puck. Seattle will take it now the other way. Alexiak moves it into the zone. They'll battle for it down low. Bogosian will take it now behind the net. Throws it up and over as Faber will clear it all the way down the other way. And picked up again by the Kraken. Into the zone. Battling for it, John Hayden. Stolen by Bogosian. Trennan trying to get it out. Seattle keeps it in. Shane Wright trying to get control down low. Puck goes up in the air behind the Minnesota net. And up to the point. Brandon Montour throws it behind. Hayden now with it. Loses the puck. And picked up again now by Minnesota. Devin Shore trying to bring it out now the other way. And that'll be an icing against Minnesota there yet again. 13:30 left in the second. Oh, then yeah. You meant him? Yeah, definitely. There's still so much time left. Like, a lot of time left, so I'm not worried. Or I wouldn't be worried. Must have been like a parlay or something. Up at the point. Eberle with it. A shot from Tolvanen. That one goes wide. Down low. It's cleared out of the zone by Zuccarello. And Seattle will regroup in their own end. Stevenson moves it through center ice. Gets it back. Will take it behind the net. Throws it in front. Tolvanen fans on the shot. And Minnesota picks it up. Hartman trying to race it the other way. Stolen back. And cleared into the zone by Eberle. Behind the net, Gustafsson with a good pass there up and over. Seattle will keep that puck in instead. But Bogosian battling for it down low. And it's cleared out of the zone. Montour throws it back to Alexiak. Up for McCann, who dumps it into the zone. Burakovsky now behind the net. Puck deflects in front. Rebound! And Gustafsson makes the save there. Minnesota trying to break it out the other way. Hartman into the zone. Chips it. Saved by Grubauer. And he'll cover that one up. First shot there in a little bit from Minnesota. Shots are now 16-11. 12:20 left. And it's still 3-0 Minnesota. Faber coming off with a long shift. Yeah, Brock Faber was out there for like at least good 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, all right, still in commercial, folks. Never mind, we're back. Okay, showing off Jessica Campbell yet again. Do we know what she coaches specifically? I know she's an assistant, but what does she like? Is she like power play? Because I'm like assist. I don't watch enough Seattle to know. If anybody in the chat could enlighten me. Puck cleared into the Minnesota end. It'll be an icing against the Kraken. I'm just curious. I'm not. I'm wondering if because from what I've seen, she's done a good job. Despite the team struggling, she's trying to help out. She's, from what I've seen in the national broadcast, she seems good. Just I don't know what she does. Like specifically. I know she's an assistant, but I don't know what exactly she does. Anyways, face-off won by the Wild. Spurgeon at the point. Fires it. That one deflects wide, and Grubauer will pick up that puck as it bounces into him and make the save. Exactly 12 minutes left to go here in the second period. Again, I do want to say we are doing another Watch With Nordic stream tomorrow. It looks like as of right now, we are doing Islanders versus Montreal. So we got a big one tomorrow. All right, Seattle with the puck. Dunn tips it off the boards. It'll slide all the way back and out and into the Minnesota end. Spurgeon now gives it up for Nyquist. Wild take it through the zone. A shot and glove save by Grubauer as well. And the Wild finally get another shot there. Again, they went a little bit without getting shots on goal. It seems like they kind of have taken their foot off the gas, which is not great. Not great at all. Definitely not what you want to do if you're the Minnesota Wild. 11:42 here left in the second period. Face-off won by Minnesota. Merrill throws it down low. Picked up then by Hinostroza, who fires it. And that one's wide there. Bogosian chips it down low. Done. Puck slides up to center ice. Boldy trying to get to it there and taken back by Minnesota. Hinostroza loses his stick. Trennan trying to get to it there. Seattle will steal it. Down the other way. Nyman trying to get control. And Minnesota steals that puck right back, and they'll come down the other way. Into the zone. Hartman fires it. Saved by Grubauer. Rebound in front. And Seattle picks up that pass again. Shane Wright. 3-on-2 for Seattle. Drops it back. A shot from McCann, and that one is denied there. Trennan now trying to break it out the other way. Puck comes at the goal line. McCann will send a pass up and over back into the zone for Tolvanen. Tolvanen hit off there by Trennan. Puck slides behind the net. John Merrill with the puck to Hartman, who backhands it out of the zone. And Kraken will get it back and regroup. Just a little bit under halfway through the second period and this game. We got an icing here against the Kraken. Shots are now 16-14, so Minnesota's got some shots on goal here in this second. Showing off last night's game between Seattle and Chicago. Puck is down low. Stevenson trying to pick it up. He'll slide it back behind the net. As Seattle will regroup with that puck. Here they come down the other way. It's tipped into the zone. Gustafsson tries firing it around. Eberle trying to get it up to the point. Tolvanen a shot. And it's shot wide there. Battling forward on the left side. It's picked up by Minnesota. Here they come now the other way. Dumped in. Boldy down low trying to play the puck. He'll take it behind the net. Dishes it back up to Hartman. Hartman to Faber. Faber fires it. Saved by Grubauer. And Seattle gets it back on the right side. Tolvanen dumps it out of the zone. Minnesota will regroup. Zuccarello drops a pass back for Faber. Faber back to Merrill, back to Faber again, who throws it past center ice. Here they come into the zone. A shot saved by Grubauer on a chance from Gauntz. He had pretty much a 1-on-0 breakaway there and was denied by Philip Grubauer, and we'll go to commercial. Shots are 17-14 in favor, or probably 17-15 in favor of Seattle, but it's still 3-0 in favor of Minnesota. Still a commercial. About another 40 seconds. All right, about 9:16 here left in this period. In this game, actually, as well. Still no goals since the first part of the first period. It's been mostly just kind of shots on goal, back and forth action. Not a whole lot of high danger opportunities. It seems like after the first couple of goals, both teams were getting pretty conservative. So you can't hate that there. Face-off won by Seattle. They'll try and break it out now the other way. Dumped into the zone by Izemont down low. It chips through. Gonce gives it up and over. Dumped into the zone. Seattle will intercept that pass immediately and try and break it out now the other way. Offside against the Kraken. Minnesota will use that to their advantage. Bogosian, center ice, comes into the zone, feeds it back, a shot, and that one is wide. Schwartz to Burakovsky, back to Schwartz, deflects behind the net, down low. Schwartz trying to play the puck. He's got 3 Minnesota players on him, and he obviously loses that battle. Shore will try and clear it the other way. Kakko dumps it back down low, and it deflects up, but Seattle gets it back. Dumped into the zone by Alexiak. Gustafsson will go behind the net to play it. Thrown down low. Frederick Gaudreau, back a pass up for Zuccarello. He can't complete it. Down low. Behind the net now, trying to play it is Hartman. Pass up to the point. Ogren. Moving it around, shoots it. Saved by Grubauer. Face-off, won by Seattle. Trying to play the puck. Stevenson fires a pass up to neutral zone. It's stolen there again by Minnesota. Gaudreau. Back down low. Ogren trying to play it. Stolen by Stevenson. He'll clear it out to center ice. And regroup them by Spurgeon. Minnesota's got it. It's tipped as it slides into the Seattle zone. Dunn will play it down low. Back for Stevenson, who moves it through. He'll clear it in. It's broken up again by the Wild. And into the zone, Zuccarello waits, shoots it, and that one goes wide and all the way out of play. Faber back in his own end. Sends a pass up and over for Zuccarello, who dumps it back down low. Again, not a lot of shots, not a lot of opportunities, just kind of back and forth action, to be honest with you. That's what this game has been for the most part. On the right side, Seattle trying to play it. It's cleared out of the zone by Stevenson. And Middleton will regroup in the Wild end. Down low, Seattle trying to get control. Kakko throws it in front. Schwartz to the point to Evans. Back down low, Mahura gives it back. Evans with it again, shoots it, blocked in front. Minnesota picks it up, deflected the other way. And Zuccarello will just dump it in. Yeah, my voice is starting to not like me, folks. Evans to Schwartz. Into the zone. Dumped around by Beniers. Gaudreau battling forward. It's picked up again. Evans with the puck. Slides a pass back over. Schwartz. Dumps it back down low now for Nyman, but he can't get control. 5:58 remaining here in the second period. Puck's cleared down the other way, and that'll be an icing against the Wild. Showing off March Madness. Make your brackets. I guess I should make mine. I did make one in school, but it was on paper. Face-off won by the Wild. Chisholm now the other way. Stolen then by the Kraken into the zone. McCann Throws it down low in front, and they can't finish that. Oh, that would have been a good opportunity. At the point, Dunn keeps it in. Stolen by Minnesota. Back up and over for Hinostroza, who will clear it into the zone. Seattle gets it right back. And chip down the other way and into the zone. Gustafson down low. Wright tried playing it, but that was no good. Puck is still in the Wild zone behind the net. Fired back around. Kraken get control. Wright will throw it up to the point. Dunn comes around the outside, shoots it. That one deflects high and wide. Larson will throw it behind the net then, where it's taken by, I think that's Nyman. A shot in front and a save there from Gustafson on Shane Wright. Battling forward on the left side. I can see that they've already made some line changes. These lines are not the same for when they started. They put Wright with McCann. McCann now into the zone. He's got options, feeds a pass over, shoots it, and that one is saved by Gustafson. Larson back down low, John Hayden with it. Trying to control it, Burakovsky, puck slides out, Trenton gets it back to Bogosian, and he shoots that one all the way down the other way, and that'll be an icing again against Minnesota. It just seems like the Wild are just like dumping it. And Seattle just hasn't been able to tuck in any of the opportunities that they've gotten. In the shots that they've had. It's been a low danger game, apart from those 3 goals at the beginning. It's been a very slow, uneventful, not really fast-paced. Wild dump it into the zone. Racing for it then is Brazeau. 4th line forward who was acquired at the trade deadline this year. Was a pretty good acquisition. Chandler Stevenson down the other way. Kraken go offside, so the Wild control. 4 minutes left here in the second period. Again, if you're Seattle, maybe try and get one goal here at the end of the second, and maybe things will go your way. That being said, they just got iced. So the faceoff will come back into their own zone. Again, they haven't been bad. It's just like those goals allowed at the beginning by Grubauer and just poor defensive moves is what really stunned this team. But apart from that, like, they haven't been bad. Face-off here in the Kraken zone, won by the Wild. Puck will slide all the way out off the face-off. Merrill will take it into his own zone and dumped back in. Boldy gets control, moves to the slot, loses it, and Evans will chip it up to Montour, who will dump it out. Kraken back into the zone, however. Tolvanen loses the puck, and Merrill will get it behind the net. Throws it around, battling for it now on the right side. And Middleton back up to Boldy, and the Wild will race it the other way. Hartman into the zone, a pass over, shoots it, save in front by Grubauer, and Kraken get it the other way. Burakovsky chips it into the zone. Chisholm trying to play it out. Wild will just pick it up on their own anyways and get it out themselves. And Jared Spurgeon looks like he has left the Wild and is now in the locker room. Just the losses keep on piling up for this Minnesota team. Izemont shoots it, blocked in front. And all these injuries are coming at the worst possible time for Minnesota. Alexiak at the point. Shoots it, saved by Gustafson. Puck's in the crease, but the Wild get it out. Picked up by Seattle, battling for it on the right side. Izemont will move it through center ice, down the right end, into the zone. Shoots it, and that one goes down and into the corner. Puck's in the air, and Gustafson will make the save. And we get some pushing and shoving. Not a lot of that in this game, but we get some there. 2:21 left to go here in the second period. Score is still 3-0 in favor of Minnesota. Again, if you're Seattle, just keep on trying. Keep on getting opportunities. Keep on getting shots on net. Keep trying to get some shots, and maybe you'll get one past Gustafson, and you might be able to turn this game around. We've seen crazier things happen on this stream, or on this season, so I wouldn't be surprised But yet again, it is Seattle, and they just can't score to save their lives. They just have they have horrible luck when it comes to scoring goals. I cannot show the game due to copyright reasons. I wish I could, because that would give me a lot more viewers, but legally I am not allowed to. So it's unfortunate, but you know, it's just kind of something you have to deal with. I apologize. But I do apologize if my commentary is not great. I have my off nights. All right. Okay. Although Calvin Picker's on that list. All right, face off in the Minnesota zone. It's won by Seattle. Done at the point. We'll throw it down behind the net. Kakko with it. Looks for options. We'll just slide it back up. Larson, a shot. Blocked in front. Picked up again by Schwartz down low. Jaden Schwartz. Over to Dunn. Dunn shoots it. And a save again. And the Wild will pick it up. Here they come the other way. Into the zone. It's Nyquist. He's got room in front. And it's deflected off the post. A great chance there. Puck at the point. Spurgeon a shot. And that one's blocked in front. Kakko. Back into the zone. Larson dumps it in. It looks like Spurgeon is back. He might have to get some like minor look there. But he is back. Minnesota with the puck. Chisholm backhands it into the zone. A minute 30 left to go here in the second period. Montour back up to Burakovsky. Burakovsky moves it into the zone. Fires it. Save there again by Philip Gustafsson. Good opportunity there for Nyquist. If I'm him, though, I would have shot that. You had a lot of room. He stopped. He waited for the pass. It was a good save, but good to look for the young kid, but I get what he was trying to do, but obviously didn't go the way you wanted it to. Shots were 21-17 in favor of Seattle. About a minute 20 here remaining in the second. And faceoff was won by the Kraken. A shot, save in front. Wild get it back. They'll break it out now the other way. 2-on-1 into the zone. A shot, and that one doesn't even get off. Oh, my God. Spurgeon now intercepted by Montour through the zone. McCann slides past it. Another shot saved by Gustafsson from a chance there from, I think that was Nyman. Into the zone now with the puck. Hinostroza directs it back. Up to the point. Faber throws it down low. Trennan tries getting a shot off. Faber a shot. And that one's blocked in front and goes out of play. 37 seconds left in the second. Totally lost track of time there. So some good chances for both sides. Gustafsson's been really good, though, in this second period. I think Seattle has outshot them. All right, coming in the Kraken zone, it's won by Minnesota. Up at the point, Faber drops it back. Middleton will get it down low into the zone. Battling for it is Alexiak. And a shot there, and that one goes up in the air and out of play. Tolvanen's looked decent. Just I haven't seen a lot from him, at least in the second period. Again, it's been a lot of uneventful back and forth scoring. There's still a chance. Not out of the question. But I don't know, man. It's not looking great. I will say that. Face off here in the Seattle zone, won by the Wild. Boldy with the puck. Gaudreau throws it up to the point. It's kept in by Middleton. 10 seconds left. Down low. I go back for it for Eberle, who will try and get it out. Wild keep it in. Zuccarello. 3 seconds left. Held in the corner. And that will do it for the second period. Second period recap. No goals. Some shots on net, some pushing and shoving, some good saves. But apart from that, it was a relatively uneventful second period in terms of scoring. That being said, we'll go to intermission, go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do, and we'll be back for the third period momentarily. All right, second intermission. All right. right, still intermission, folks. It's going to be a little bit, so I apologize. I mean, it's not really my fault, but... All right, guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. We're back. Yep, copyright. Thanks, Calvin. Otherwise, I would. But you cannot. Ugh. All right. Like 78 seconds. Showing off Jessica Campbell on the TNT broadcast. All right. We should be back for the third period. Coming up is what they said. In about like 4 minutes here, we'll get started with the third period. All right, let's get ready for a good third period here, folks. No goals in the second period. All the goals came within the first 5 minutes of the game from Ryan Hartman, Liam Ogren, and Matt Boldy. Apart from that, there's been a whole lot of nothing since. Just back and forth action, more or less. All right, less than a minute here, guys, till the start of the third period. Let's get ready to hop right in. All right, third period here underway in Minnesota. Will the Wild be able to hold on to this win, or will Seattle complete a miraculous comeback? Let's find out. Face-off won by Seattle. Coming down the other way, Eberle to Schwartz. Down low, behind the net. Kraken pick it up. It's up at the point. Dunn keeps it in. Eberle dishes it down low. Behind the net in front to Schwartz, and a save from Gustafsson. A pretty easy one at that. Battling for it down low. Puck slides up. Trennan now breaking it out the other way. Cleared into the zone by Minnesota. Trennan will get it down low. It's dished around and back up for Eberle as the puck will slide wide there yet again. Dunn gets it, dishes it up to center ice, and it's cleared into the zone by Seattle. Middleton clears it into the zone. 19 minutes left here in the third. Minnesota 25 and zip when leading in the third period this season. So it is not a great statistic there when you look in terms for the Kraken. Dumped into the zone by the Wild. Grubauer plays the puck. It's chipped through and into the zone. Stolen again by Minnesota down the other way. Stolen by the Kraken. Down into the zone. A shot from Montour is blocked as Minnesota picks that puck up again in their own end and dishes it through the zone. Seattle gets it right back. Burakovsky into the zone. Skates it back around. A pass up to the point. Beniers through and through. Throws it in front. Nobody's there to shoot that one into the net. Behind the net now. Thrown in front. And Nyman can't get a shot off. And that puck will go offside. Third period has apparently been the best period this season for Seattle. In the first two periods this season, they're a minus 42, but in the third period and overtime, they're a plus 30. That's got to say a lot about Seattle starts the games. Minnesota wins the faceoff. It's deflected as it slides into the Seattle zone. Down low, Kraken battling for it. Beniers, as he tries to backhand it into the zone, he'll do so successfully. Gustafsson now behind the net, thrown in front, and Seattle gets it right back. Thrown behind the net. Nyman tries picking it up. Minnesota will poke check it out of the zone, and they'll race it the other way. Nyquist into the zone, a pass over in front, and he can't tuck that one in. He looked like he almost had it, but nope. Puck will slide back out. Beniers regroups back around. And picked up again down low by, I believe that is Zach Bogosian, who will dump it all the way down the other way. Grubauer behind the net to Larson. Larson over to Eberle. Eberle will clear it into the zone. Behind the net, Minnesota's got it. And they'll get it out of their own zone. Larson battling now with Brazeau, but Minnesota will win the battle. Chandler Stevenson went to the locker room, will not return. So it looks like he suffered an injury here in this period. A loss there for the Kraken nonetheless. Eberle back to Larson, tipped through the zone. It's been a pretty miserable season from Seattle. They really aren't that bad, only 4 games below 500. Just the inconsistencies of Philip Grubauer really limited this team to do much of anything, to be honest. Puck still in their own zone. McCann with it. And it's not all Grubauer, by the way. I'm not blaming the entire season on Grubauer, but there have been some other issues with Seattle as well, like not being able to score has been a big problem for them as well. Minnesota breaking it down the other way. 2-on-2. It's dumped in by Hartman. And around as it's picked up at the point. Slid over to John Merrill. Merrill, a shot and a save by Grubauer. And that one deflects out of play. $15:50 remaining here in the third period, guys. Boldy versus Beniers. Won by Beniers. Down low. Behind the net. Evans trying to play the puck up. Kraken trying to move it through. Wild intercept. Regrouping down low on the right side. Zuccarello, he's got room. A shot from Boldy, and it's blocked in front. And Beniers will get it. And here come the Kraken again the other way. Dumped into the zone. Down low now. Bogosian drops it back in front. Beniers, and that one goes above the net. A lot of the shots Seattle are getting, they're missing on them too. Like, they are getting opportunities, but I feel like I've said, and they miss the net, and they go high so many times in this game when Seattle's getting a shot. I don't know if that's just me. I know there's a stat to look for, but into the zone. Kakko battling for it. It's kicked off there by Middleton. Down low. Montour sticks tied up. And Boldy will try and break it out the other way. And picked up by Shore. Back to Nyquist, who dekes through a backhand. Saved by Grubauer. And picked up again by Seattle now the other way. McCann drops it back. Stolen by the Wild. Here they come. Nyquist to pass over for Shore. Devin Shore into the zone. Broken up. And Seattle will take it back down and into their own zone behind the net. And here they come. Burakovsky, a pass into the zone. Shoots it, blocked in front. And back up to the point for Fleury. Up at the point. Dunn fires it, saved by Gustafsson. 14-12 remaining here in the second period, or the third period. Shots are 26-21. It's been a relatively even game in terms of shots, but showing off Nyquist, who was acquired at the trade deadline for a second-round pick in next year's draft, not this year's draft. Schwartz wins the face-off, a shot, and that one's out of play. All right, face-off coming here yet again. Won by the Wild. Middleton throws it around. Seattle will keep it in, however. Right, a shot, deflects behind the net. Wild racing it the other way. Boldy trying to get control. It's broken up there, and Kraken will get it back. Dunn. A pass up through the zone to right. Drops it back to Eberle. It's poke checked away. And a one-on-one the other way. It's Trennan. Trennan, he's in. Misses the puck. Oh, man, he fumbled it there. A shot from right, or from Gonce is denied, and Kraken are moving it the other way. Into the zone. Eberle's got it. Drops it back then for Fleury. Fleury, a shot, and that one goes up in the air and to the right side. Frederick Gaudreau gets it out of the zone. Seattle will pick it up in their own end. About 13 minutes left here in the third. Down low now. Chisholm throws it behind the net. In front for Evans, and that does not go through. 13 minutes left. In front for Hayden. That one's denied there as well. Here come the Wild. Broken up again by Seattle. I feel like ever since the 3 goals that the Wild scored, I feel like Seattle has been the better team. They just can't get one past Gustafsson. And I do think that Seattle has been better in terms of scoring recently. A shot there, and that one's denied. Seattle's been better in terms of defensive play, not giving Minnesota a lot. And a play there from Hayden goes out of play, and we get some pushing and shoving. 12:34 remaining in the third period here. The Wild still with their 3-0 lead that they got in the first. Yeah, we're going to have some penalties. Looks like Hartman's arguing with the officials right now. All right. All right. Seven-game homestand for Minnesota. Wow. All right, we get some penalties. I think it might be 4-on-4 for a little bit here, so face off. No, I think it's just 5. Yeah, it's 4-on-4. Here come the Wild the other way into the zone. They'll circle back. 12:20 remaining here in this third period. Here's Faber now moving it the other way. Drops a pass over for Gaudreau. Gaudreau battling for it. Loses the puck. Seattle with a 2-on-1. Down the other way, it's McCann. McCann shoots it. Saved by Gustafsson. Larson, the rebound. And another big save there by Philip Gustafsson. And the Kraken just cannot beat him today. He's having an incredible game. Larson's having a great game. Oh, man. Yeah, they cannot get one past him. Unfortunate, too, because, like, really hasn't been that bad, honestly. Like, Seattle, since the, what was I going to say? Since, like, the goals, again, as I said, like, hasn't been bad. They've been pressuring hard, but they can't beat Philip Gustafsson. Face-off won by Seattle. A shot save again. I mean, when you're shooting them all right into his chest like this, he's going to make the save. So that I will say that. Faber with the puck. Behind his own net, about 1:15 remaining here with the 4-on-4. Puck deflects down the other way. Middleton racing for it. And stolen back by Seattle. Down low. Behind the net now. Zuccarello trying to play the puck. It's stolen back by Seattle. Montour now. Breaks it out the other way. Kakko to Montour. Fires it, and that one is going wide. Puck is down low behind the net. Kakko trying to play it. He gets tied up. And down low, still trying to look for an opportunity. Puck is tied up between Kakko and a couple of Minnesota Wild players. Puck breaks loose. Beniers with it. Pass over, and McCann can't finish that one. It'll slide up to the point. Beniers will hold it. Waits. Comes to the front. Drops it back for Kakko. Evans back to Montour. Back to Beniers. It deflects. And slides out of the zone, and we'll get a line change. And then Izemot and Hartman will come out. And they'll be back to 5v5. About halfway through this third period. Into the zone. Puck is dropped back for Larson. He didn't realize that Hartman was right there. And Dunn makes a pass up for Schwartz. Jaden Schwartz moves it into the zone. It deflects all the way up in the air. Minnesota gets it back. Merrill will pass back the puck. Bogosian, and it's deflected into the Kraken zone. Grubauer will play it behind his own net. Picks up the pass. Wild will keep it in. Gaudreau. He's got some room. Throws it to the front, and that one ends up going out of the zone anyways. So, yeah. Puck in the Wild, and a shot from the Kraken is saved by Gustafsson yet again. And they now have 30 shots on goal. 9:49, we'll go to commercial. Philip Gustafsson has been unreal in this stretch. It's still 3-0 Minnesota. Again, do want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We do have another one tomorrow. It's going to be Islanders versus Canadians. So look forward to that one coming up soon. I'm definitely excited for it. And if you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the community that we are building here on this channel. Again, I would really appreciate it. All right, 9:49 left here in the third period. Let's hope for a good finish here in the good old XL Energy Center. Showing off Matt Boldy, 12th overall pick in 2019. Has a goal tonight. Face-off coming in the wild zone yet again. It's won by Seattle. I wonder if, Balsma might see that his team's been getting a lot of pressure. He might pull the goaltender. I wonder if that could be a possibility. We'll have to see. Wild with the puck on their own end. Middleton with it. Gives it back over to Faber. Faber drops a pass up and into the Seattle zone. Grubauer will play it behind his own net. Seattle with the puck. Up for Larson, who will feed it into the zone. It's stolen back by the Wild and cleared back the other way. And Grubauer will go behind his net yet again to play the puck. Gives it up and over then for Montour through the zone. Brandon Montour acquisition by the Kraken in the offseason has been a pretty good one. He's logged up a lot of ice time, that's for damn sure. Larson into the zone, shoots it, and that one goes wide. Eberle throws it up to the point. Back down low for Eberle. He's tied up by Hartman, and that's cleared out of the zone by Minnesota. Racing for it's Brazeau with Dunn. Brazeau wins the battle. He'll take it behind the net, throws it in front. Wild get it, and Seattle intercepts it immediately. Right now, breaking it out the other way. Puck deflects and goes out of play with 8:28 left in the third period. Wild with the puck in their own zone. Put 190 on. Oh, you better be very happy. Yeah, definitely. Seattle now breaking it out the other way. Down low behind the net. Evans throws it behind. Montour now up at the point. Fires it. That one is denied there. And it'll go all the way out of the zone and back into the Seattle end. And that'll be an icing against the Wild with under 8 minutes to go. Face off, won by Minnesota. They'll clear it out of their own end. Seattle gets it right back and dumps it the other way. On the right side, Kraken pick it up. Evans with it. And he's tied up there, and Minnesota gets it back and clears it all the way down the other way. Picked up by Brazeau. Stolen back by Evans. And they'll fight forward in the corner here now. Evans ends up winning the battle. Again, I do wonder, maybe they will pull Grubauer. Kakko slides a pass up and over and into the zone. A shot and a save there by Gustafsson yet again. Battling forward on the right side. Puck breaks loose. It is now midnight here on the East Coast. Montour with the puck. Back for Dunn. Over to Montour, bringing it into the zone. Montour fastens it in front and can't get a shot off. Montour still with it. Drops pass back over to Hayden, and that one is broken up. Oh my God. Seattle, when they get into the zone, they get robbed by Gustafson, but they're shooting them all at his chest. Very frustrating. Hartman, stolen back by Boldy. Boldy will take it, try and clear it all the way down the other way. No icing. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Time is winding down. Here's Eberle through the zone. Jordan Eberle through center ice, drops it back, and it's an offsides anyways. All right, Minnesota with the puck. Breaks it into the zone. They'll dump it around. Boldy will throw it behind. Back over to Hartman. Hartman shoots it. Glove save by Grubauer. Plays it over to Schwartz. And Wild steal that in and keep it in. Battling for it. Oh my God, they still keep it in. Boldy with the puck. Dumps it down low into the zone. Zuccarello trying to get to it there. Wright trying to break it up. He'll do so. And Schwartz will pick up that pass. Back up to Larson. Adam Larson clears it in. It'll go wide. Schwartz now battling down low with Wright. Minnesota trying to get it in the corner. Back up to the point then for Larson. Over. Eberle shoots it. Saved by Gustafson. Taken back by Boldy for Hartman, who will just chip it back into the zone. Shots are 31 to 25 now. 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Devin Shore clears it down the other way. Back into the Seattle end. Time's winding down pretty slow, too. I know for Seattle it might seem fast, but I don't know about that. McCann battles it down low, picked up by Bogosian. And that puck will slide out of the Minnesota zone. Seattle will come back and regroup. 4:30 left here in the third. Into the zone. Stolen back by Minnesota. It's kept in, however. McCann battling with Gonce. It's picked up by Larson. Back up to the point. Alexiak to McCann. He fumbles the puck. And it slides down low into the corner. Puck will slide back out. Tolvanen drops a pass back. Grubauer's looking at the bench. And that's an icing. That is an icing against the Kraken. Grubauer was looking at the bench. I could tell. I could see it from the back of the end. So we might see. I really think we might see it happening. Face-off won by Minnesota in the Seattle zone. A shot deflected by Grubauer, and that one goes down low. Puck slides out of the zone. Minnesota regrouping. Chisholm deflects it as it slides back in. And over them for Nyquist. Behind the net, Ogren gets it up and over. Chisholm shoots it. Glove save by Grubauer. Seems like it took a lot of work for him to do that. All right, less than 4 minutes left. 3-0 Minnesota. That being said, folks, I'm going to get a drink and go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're back. Let's get ready for this final stretch here of the third period. Ooh, that's huge for Minnesota. These 2 points are big. Face-off won by the Wild. They'll play it back into their own zone. 3.5 minutes left here in the third. Seattle with it behind the net. Dunn gives it back to Montour, who plays it back to Schwartz. Shots are 31-26. Grubauer the other way. He's heading to the bench. Battling for it down low. Seattle will pull their goaltender, so it's 6-on-5. We got a delayed penalty. As we got a scuffle down low. And something's going to come. Yeah, maybe they can get a goal and generate pressure. It's not impossible. Yeah, Zuccarello did just knock down Montour. That's not ideal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Anyways, 3:04 left here in the third. Again, if Seattle can get one, maybe that'll cause a momentum shift. Still not impossible. Yeah, they're calling both of them. Calling Zuccarello and Montour on that one. So yeah, 5-on-4. It's still going to be 5-on-4. It will be a 4-on-4 on a regular basis, but since Grubauer is still pooled, the puck will be. I think it's going to end up being just outside of the Minnesota zone. I could be wrong, but heading into the last couple of minutes here, let's see what happens, folks. Wright versus Gaudreau. And faceoff is won by Minnesota. They'll dump it all the way down the other way and just wide of the empty net. And that will be an icing. So we may hear that a couple of times here in this one. Yeah, they're setting up Jared McCann perfectly. Beniers wins the faceoff. Deflected down low. Shane Wright trying to pick it up. We got a whistle. Oh man, that's tough. Face off of a hand pass. They'll put the puck outside the zone. Damn, that's tough. I think Grubauer will still stay out. Pivotal face-off here, won by Seattle. Played into the zone. Middleton will backhand it down the other way. And they'll play it in their own end. About 1:40 left on the 4-on-4. Again, when those guys come out, it'll be 6-on-5. Beniers trying to take it into the zone. Wright plays it through. Minnesota gets it out of the zone. It'll slide down the other way. Not good enough for an icing. Vince Dunn now through the zone. Drops a pass back. Up to the point then for McCann. McCann to Dunn. Dunn at the point. Drops it over. Beniers to McCann. McCann waits. And he can't get a shot there in front. McCann plays it up then. Dunn a shot. Deflected in front. Wild get it. They'll clear it down the other way. And it will not be good enough for an icing either. Less than 2 minutes left here in the third. About 50 seconds left on the 4-on-4. It's 5-on-4, though, because Seattle has the goalie pulled. Kakko into the zone. Kakko to Eberle. Eberle drives it in. Poke checked away. Boldy's got room. He'll come down the right side. Backhands it into the empty net. Matt Boldy with an empty net goal. Makes it 4-0 Minnesota. And he gets his second of the night here tonight. 4-0 Minnesota. With about 1:37 left. It seems like that's going to be the dagger. Even though the dagger was probably in the first 5 minutes. All right, face-off won by Seattle. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Fleury plays it back through the zone. Evans to Hayden, who will try and play it down low. Wild trying to get it back here now. Puck slides out. Shane Wright back over. In front, saved by Gustafsson. Rebound, it's loose. And it slides into the corner. No goal, but they'll blow the whistle. Kraken look very frustrated. I don't blame them either because they've been pretty unlucky. They haven't been bad either. Like Grubauer has been just Grubauer really. Well, I mean, just the beginning of the game was really a big problem. Right a shot. That one deflects up in the air. Battling for it down low. It's picked up then by Spurgeon. Boldy's 23rd of the season on that goal, by the way. Final minute of play here in regulation. We're back to 5v5, by the way. Dumped into the zone by Seattle. Play it behind their own net. Picked up again by the Kraken. Over to Trennan on the right side. 45 seconds left. Evans fires it around to Beniers. Matty Beniers racing it down the other way. 35 seconds to go now. Back for Merrill. Over to Bogosian again, who chips it up and through and into the zone for Minnesota. Slid back down low by Brazo, who will try and get control. Boldy also battling for it too. 15 seconds left. Puck slides in front. And Seattle will maybe try and make one last push here. Into the zone. Minnesota gets it back. 5 seconds left. And a dominant 4-0 win for the Minnesota Wild to end off this one. Philip Gustafsson with a shutout. His 5th shutout this season. Tied for 2nd in the NHL. His 11th of his career. And final score here in Minnesota, 4-0 in favor of the Wild. And a shutout for Gustafsson. That'll do it for this Watch with Nordic. It is almost 12:30 in the morning, so your boy's going to cut it and go to bed because he's got school tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You guys joining in on the stream. It was a fun one here tonight. Let's hope for another good one on tomorrow, where we will be doing Canadians versus Islanders. So look forward to that. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next stream.